Hi friends. In the last episode, we learned about what is effective communication. Effective communication is when we are able to communicate exactly what we want to say, meaning the other person or the other party involved in the conversation understood exactly what is being said. How simple it is. But is it really that simple? There are so many things come in between: the culture, the language, the tone, picked words, the intention, mood of the receiver, mood of the sender. I mean the one who is speaking, isn't it? So what actually we can do to make it effective? The first thing is, when we are thinking about effective communication, so first we have to understand what is effective communication and what is communication. In any case, we communicate with each other, isn't it? We are talking, and but have you ever realized, or have you ever experienced, I'm sure sometime ever in your life you must have experienced that I explained so much, I don't know whether the other person understood it or not. I explained all my points to my boss, but I don't know whether he understood or he doesn't want to understand. So what was stopping you, or what happened so the other person could not get your 100%? So here, effective communication helps. Effective communication is when we are able to understand what words to pick, when to talk, and what should be our tone, how we should express ourselves. Okay? Be it is job interview, be it is when you are talking to somebody for personal matter, professional matter, or in general, you are just going out and purchasing something, you have gone out for shopping, or we, in any case, we have to communicate to the people, to the environment, animals. If you love them, definitely you would like to communicate to them. Definitely you would like to communicate even with plants. There are people who communicate with the environment, with nature, and I am dead sure that we all communicate to the nature and the environment in our own unique way, isn't it? True. So here we have to understand that how to make the conversation or the communication effective. See, there is no limit of polishing ourselves. There is no limit. Our Gurudev says, diamond, the stone that can bear the maximum amount of pressure, becomes the diamond. So there is no limit of polishing ourselves. In the same way, communication is also one of that thing. We can polish it more and more and become better and better and better, isn't it? So here, you have to understand that what is the purpose of the communication. Suppose you have gone to talk to somebody, then you have to understand that what is the purpose for you to be there, right? You must not be deviated from the thing what you want to talk. Suppose you have gone for the appraisal and you are talking appraisal meeting, and you are talking about with all your points what all you have achieved, how you have in any case followed the policies of the organization, how you have been committed, and what all appreciations you have received from the client and from your team and peers and other managers, etc. But your manager comes up with 10 other points that all these things you did wrong, and you need improvement with all the appreciations, but still you need appreciation. So you are expecting say 20% of the appraisal, and but we cannot give more than 7% or 8%. So what you should say, what you should talk to convince him that you deserve not just 20%, even above than 20%. And here, without getting disturbed, without feeling bad or low, or even giving the disappointed feeling or feeling of anger or disappointment to the manager, you can communicate to him in a way so he will be convinced, or he will be he will be feeling that yes, there are points to be considered for this person, isn't it? This is the difference between communication and effective communication. If we see around, there are hardly anybody who is not in any relationship. Even kids start having boyfriend and girlfriends, but with time it's very unfortunate actually. Very soon they learn to move on and to break up. It's very bad. But let's not talk about this, because the subject, the purpose of the communication with you is different. So we have to stick to the purpose. So the purpose is why these relationships are breaking, why people are not able to fulfill their commitment. Because are they committing? It's not about committing or saying anything to each other or to the other person. It is about what you talk to yourself. There are many people who are not confident about themselves only. They get in a relationship, but in heart of their heart, they come to know that they are not going ahead with this relationship, be it is any beautiful relationship. And there are people who are true to their words. Whatever the relationship, they take it forward. So here the difference lies. What you talk to yourself, what is the purpose? With you start something, and what is that? You take the U-turn. This is nothing but what you communicate to yourself. And your life and your success and your failure, everything depends on what and how you communicate to yourself effectively and to others effectively. There are so many cases when we watch these films like Tare Zameen Par and Three Idiots. What these films says, how we got so impressed, because we could relate to those films. Why we could relate to those films? Because these films communicated to us very effectively that what is the problem statement. The problem is parents did not understand the kid, their own child, that what he wants to do. Neither the child could have an effective communication with the parents that what exactly he wants in his life. Right? They were all biased with something or other, with neighbor or Sharmaji or XYZ something or somebody, with money, with slavery, with low self-esteem. Raju in Three Idiots. But Rancho was very, very clear. Why? Because his communication to himself was very clear. He knew what he wanted, because he always talked to himself with 100% honesty. He knew that he doesn't want to do any job, so he doesn't have to really bow down in front of anybody. He will be doing something for himself, and he did it because he was clear. Why he was clear? Because he had this effective communication with 100% truth to himself, isn't it? We will learn more and more about effective communication in coming episodes as well. So here we will learn to recognize the purpose as well in coming episodes. So first thing, keep in mind, before you go for any conversation, you do not have to be calculative but clear that what you are talking. I'm not talking about general conversation. Obviously, you do not have to think about every single word, but pick the words wisely. So you should be able to communicate what you want to say instead of, going in another direction itself. There are many examples which says that I went to talk to this person, I went to talk to, my mother, that I want to go for shopping. And we ended up with a hot discussion that she started telling me that you don't study and you want always shopping. This is very common. These are very common examples, isn't it? It happens. So here we have to be wise enough to pick the words which can convince your mother for shopping at that time, so she knows that you will be, studying as well, and you will do what you want to do and what she wants you to do as well. So here an effective communication builds a very, very amazing character also, and it eases your life and everybody else's life. I'm aware that we are getting into more in philosophical side, but let me tell you friends, it is not philosophical, it is absolutely practical. Let us apply these particular principles. These are very easy, very common, but we forget to apply them. Remember your purpose of that conversation, and slowly and gradually we will grow and we'll discuss more features and more characteristics of effective communication, as well as how to apply them very easily. And I will let you know about certain tricks also for effective communication. It was very wonderful. Thank you so much.